Hello everybody, welcome back to Simple Gaming Review. Today I had some news about PlayStation 5, as well as I want to say that yes, I did get some things wrong recently, but it's only because PlayStation has fixed the issue. I did still give my PlayStation 5 to my sister, obviously, which apparently some people are angry that I gave my PS5 away. Um, and apparently there's some like PlayStation fanboys who are angry with my recent content, but I never actually said anything bad about the actual game console. I actually gave the company shit. I didn't really give the console shit. I didn't give the controls shit. I'm not sure why people are attacking a consumer because it just doesn't make any sense to me. Even though I'm a big Nintendo fan, I have not supported the price hikes. I have not supported all of Nintendo's decisions. I am not somebody who's big on game keycards. If I am able to not blindly support, let's say, Xbox Nintendo, obviously I'm not going to blindly support PlayStation. And I got some of those people in my, comment sections on my recent PlayStation videos. These big PlayStation fanboys who, they say all this shit. They're like, oh, you're terrible for getting rid of PlayStation or whatever. And saying a whole bunch of shit, putting pitchforks up. It's like, dude, I am basically doing what every other YouTuber does. I am reacting to recent news. I am reacting to what the company is doing. I haven't been really happy with the recent direction of PlayStation, especially because they have focused on mostly remasters for the majority of the PlayStation 5 life, and that's just my opinion. However, I have never said PS5 is a bad system. I have never said PlayStation consoles are terrible. I have never said that. So I'm not sure why people are so angry at me for reacting to recent events. But anyway, PlayStation came out with great news. PlayStation has reversed their 30-day DRM thing for the PS5. So the PlayStation 5 DRM situation has been fixed. Now all you have to do for all digital purchases in the future is it's a one-time, you log into the game, you log out, and then that means that you actually own that game. So the good thing is PlayStation has fixed the 30-day PS5 DRM situation, and yes, I was wrong. But I wasn't originally wrong. It was actually a real issue. The PlayStation decided to basically reverse the issue, so now instead of 30 days, you only have to buy one single game. You launch that game, you launch it for the first time, you own it forever, but you can't get a refund. Apparently the situation happened because people were able to basically avoid the refund situation, and they were able to basically launch the game offline, play the game forever, and then get a refund for the money, but then they get to keep the game. Apparently that was the issue originally. Again, though, I think PlayStation should have done better with their communication skills. I also think PlayStation should have just been more straight up. Why did this take 2 weeks to figure out? Why did PlayStation wait so long to actually tell people what the issues were, right? I don't understand why PlayStation couldn't just say that, but they definitely lack communication skills. But I can understand, I can understand why somebody on PlayStation, I guess, would be pissed off that people are saying all this stuff. But again, even big PlayStation YouTubers talked about this DRM issue, and it actually was a real issue until PlayStation updated everything and made sure to reverse it. So, yes, PlayStation has fixed the PlayStation 5 DRM issue. So make sure everybody who owns a PlayStation 5, make sure you obviously launch these games, and once you launch them, the CMOS plus the actual licensing stuff shouldn't ever affect your PlayStation 5 console. Now, still, the PlayStation 3 is still an issue because PS3s still have CBOM. Again, if PlayStation can fix the PS5, technically they can fix the PlayStation 3. However, PlayStation wants money, and PlayStation has kind of thrown the PlayStation 3 in the garbage, so I don't really believe they're ever going to fix the PlayStation 3 CMOS battery when it comes to everyone's digital PlayStation 3 library. But the good news is that the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 have been fixed. The DRM issue has been successfully fixed, and I'm not going to lie to people. I'm not going to bullshit people. I know some people who are very angry that I, God forbid, made videos discussing the situation, or I guess talking badly, quote unquote, about PlayStation. But it wasn't really. People have to understand the whole DRM thing is scary, and nobody likes DRM. So obviously you're going to have millions and millions of people, including PlayStation fans, who are going to obviously be pissed off. I do love my PlayStation 4. I do love my PlayStation 4 Pro, right? So, I like how people get so pissed off at me, but people act like I'm talking shit about the game console itself. The PlayStation 5 is a solid game console with great performance, even though it's mostly remasters and shit. Yeah, it's a great system. Do I think you should pay $600 for one? Hell no. Do I think you should pay $900 for PS5 Pro? Hell no. And what is wrong with giving criticism to a console company that makes billions of dollars, right? So I don't understand why people make me out to be a bad guy, Was I the one who put this DRM shit out there? No, I was not. Am I the one who raised prices? No, I was not. So the only thing I've done as a YouTuber is basically give my reaction, give my opinion, and yes, guess what? PlayStation, they reversed the issue, they fixed the issue, and I am sitting here right now telling all these people to their fucking face that yes, I was wrong because PlayStation recently fixed the issue. It took 2 weeks, right? And PlayStation, they sucked with communication because they wouldn't just communicate with people. And even PlayStation's AI said that this is going to be a 30-day thing. So obviously everyone's going to make content and put it on social media and be like, what's going on with PlayStation? But everyone wants to quickly turn it against the consumers and be like, hey, you can't say this about PlayStation, blah, blah, blah. It's stupid, right? Even though I really love Nintendo and I really love my Nintendo Switch, right? Nintendo Switch is one of my favorite consoles, but I have never defended game keycards. I have never defended Nintendo's ridiculous price increases on their first console, not to mention Nintendo raised the prices for the Switch 2. Do you see me defending those actions? No, you don't. I am not defending these businesses. I am not going to tell people to go buy a $600 Xbox. I'm just not going to do that. I would say you should buy a Series S because it's cheaper, but not once in any of my videos have you seen me say, oh, you should go buy an Xbox. You should go buy an Xbox Series X, the more expensive system. You have not seen me defend these companies and no price hikes, have you, right? And people seem to think I'm like this massive PlayStation hater or something. I'm just massively retarded. It's like, dude, I'm just reacting to what these companies are giving me, and if you can't take criticism on your company, okay, this can be your favorite company in the entire world, right? but people just can't take criticism, apparently, because of such a huge PlayStation fan, that they're blinded, and they suddenly, turn against the consumers, and they seem to forget that they also should be the ones who give criticism, because if your brand has these price hikes and these like ridiculous decisions being made, it's not going to grow, right? If you're somebody who's a huge PlayStation fan, don't you want them to make the best decisions? Don't you want them to make a lot more new games? Don't you want them to actually, support the system better, right? Don't you want them to, I don't know, decrease the prices one day? Would you rather pay $400 for PlayStation 5, or would you rather pay $600 for PlayStation 5? It's been 5 fucking years, almost 6 years of the PlayStation 5's life, or maybe it is 6 years, but like, it's ridiculous that these things are so expensive now, right? So, instead of people bitching to YouTubers, instead of people attacking the consumers, the people who actually have to pay money for this shit, how about you give the company shit? And everyone's allowed their opinion, but everyone's allowed to give criticism. I never once said the PlayStation 5 is a bad system. I did quite the opposite. For years, I've said good things about PS5. I've made videos saying it's a well-made system. I've made videos that said the PlayStation 5 is the best way to play PS4 games. I've made so many videos. I said the PS5's, plates, it's cool, they can customize your system. I have never once said it was a horrible experience. I never said it was a bad console. The only thing I ever said was that those mostly remasters and the PS5 I mostly play PS4 games on, and all I've said as of recently is that I'm not happy about the PlayStation DRM issue. But people take these simple criticisms, and go, how dare you attack PlayStation? It's so stupid, dude. Did you know that PS5 has drift issues just like Nintendo? Did you know PS5 controllers have drift? But let me guess, if I say it has drift, there's gonna be like fucking 5 PlayStation fans in my comment section going, how dare you say this about the PS5 controller? How dare you say they have drift? But they do. The information's out there, But anyway, that's besides the point. PS5 DRM fixed. PS4 DRM fixed. So everything's good right now. Hopefully it stays this way for a long time. Hopefully PlayStation has learned the lesson. I still don't really care to actually own a PlayStation 5 system, as I've done recently. I gave mine to my sister. I can still play it if I want to, but I did give it to my sister. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video though. Leave a like, comment down below what you think about this PlayStation 5 stuff and this drama as of recently. But I'm pretty straight up with people. I tell you when I think something's wrong. I tell you when I think something's right. And PlayStation did reverse the issue and made a good decision. So, people could find something else they could bullshit and bitch about when it comes to my channel. Because, how dare you make PlayStation content? That's not positive, Everybody, it's like, dude, do you want me... Apparently these people, they want you to really suck it, You know what I mean. These Sony ponies, they want you to suck that PlayStation stick. Just saying. And those people who are so loyal to these companies, you are such a bitch. You are such a bitch. You can't handle anybody criticizing your fucking company. It is the most pathetic shit ever. I don't care if it's Nintendo, I don't care if it's PlayStation, I don't care if it's Xbox. You gamers out there who are a console fanboy, you are such a fucking bitch. And I'm gonna say that right now. You're a bitch, dude. I'm able to say the issues. I'm able to actually be like, hey, that's not very good, right? That's a bad decision. That's a bad decision. The game key cards kind of suck. the game prices and the price hikes, they suck, right? But these console fanboys, oh no, 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 no. You can't say that stuff about the precious company. It's pathetic and it's stupid. And everybody should be like me, where you're able to sit there in front of thousands of people and be able to actually be honest and be like, that's a bad decision. That's fucked up. But these freaking fanboys and Sony ponies, they don't want you to be real with them. They want you to stroke the little PlayStation ego and be like, all hail PlayStation. All hail PlayStation. That's what they want. It's the same thing with Xbox fanboys. It's the same thing with Nintendo fanboys. It's the same thing with the PC master race. Play what you want to play. Experience what you want to experience. Enjoy what you want to enjoy. If you have a favorite, that's great. Fantastic. But don't be such a little bitch when your company fucks up something. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Peace out.